Good evening, Randomizer fans. This is Dark Souls 59, and tonight we got more Rockies action between Danny Music of Amish Paradise versus Plasma Kappa of the Tile Roomies. So, Tile Roomies, so far, a decent spot this league. One more win, 3 more points, and they will be in a tie for, they'll be in a 3-way tie for 3rd in the league. Amish Paradise trying to get another win, trying to, so far they're in the bottom half, but they can still work their way up. And we're off. And that is an item to start with. That is, we like to see hammer early in cross keys. And a nice Kakariko start here. We're going to get to see a lot of locations, a lot of entrances really early on here. Hype Cave not so hype without bombs, but Plasma Kappa, remember, go ahead and check. Unfortunately, it's just a compass, so well, I'm not going to help out right now. And Plasma Kappa did go ahead and farm out those bombs. And Hype Cave has one of the 6 keys to pod. Other than that, not a whole lot. Now, Danny also found Mini Moldorm Cave, but Mini Moldorms with just a hammer and 3 hearts, not exactly the easiest thing to do. We'll see how Plasma Kappa over here does. And not even taking a hit. We'll see what's back here. Well, this early will take the 4th heart, but not a lot in the back of Mini Moldorm. Meanwhile, Danny Music did find Eastern Palace and did find the Cane of Burna, so with a magic refill, the problems with Mini Moldorm Cave won't really be problems. The Eastern Palace is actually over at Lake Hylia. When they died in Mini Moldorm Cave, they did go to Link's house. I believe that was just a big 20 there. So Sanctuary, definitely the higher paying of the 2 starting spots this seed. Got a Quake over there. And we did also find Misery Meyer in Kakariko, but no boots, no hook shot, no entry. We got flippers on the uncle. Well, we know Danny Music's not going to get the big key to Eastern Palace. And Smith's Hut, it's an easy place for a bomb shop, considering you've got Sanctuary right in Kakariko. Now, unfortunately, with Danny's heart situation, they cannot do the damage boost for
the final check here, they can do an Eastern. They're going to have to do the clear. Small key to Mire, it's logically required. Not sure they're actually going to need it, though. And that was the eye wall in Turtle Rock over at the race game. And I missed that from Danny. Was that a key on the island in Lake Hylia? That is a small key. Plasma Cap's going to go ahead and see where the end of this is, and well, they're both going to somehow be over in the Eastern Palace area at the same time, taking different routes. But now we'll get to see what's in Eastern Palace. Spoiler, it's not Eastern Palace, because we already found that. We'll take another pod small key. I mean, pod's got some item density in it, and the more keys you have for it, the less painful it is. Logically, Palace of Darkness requires all 6 small keys, but with Hammer Yump and some clever strats, you can get through with 4. Now, I don't believe Plasma Kappa saw that Flute 5 cave. However, with it being just a chest game, if they missed it and don't go back to it, they're not missing anything. We saw Spiral Cave. They'll probably go back to that. Check the rest of these entrances first. We did find the Smiths. We've got another shop. It's nice to know where those bomb shops are in case you need them, as long as you have one nearby. And what do we have? Oh, magic. No, wait, that's not. Yeah, that is magic bat over in the forest. And these bush crabs with the big 20s, that might come into play. Might. With flippers being available, Zora might be a play before too long. I haven't seen Ganon yet. I wonder if the tree drop is going to be Ganon. No, but it's the forest drop. It's just bomb, so we don't need Aga for that. Danny just got their big key to Eastern Palace. Now, all that opens up for now is the big chest, since they don't have the bow to actually get to the back. But that would be a question, since the key is available in Sphere 1. Would that be required? It's like Magic was not very kind, not very forthcoming. But there's enough to get rid of one of the mini Moldorms, and Danny is going to get their disappointment in the back, and Plasma Kappa has found Thieves Town. I think the one question is, are they going to be able to get all 4 checks here with just that half a heart? Those horse heads just hanging out underneath those ledges is a bit of a pain. Small key to Hyrule Castle, but I believe Plasma Cap has already checked the back. And other than that small key of Palace of Darkness, get everything in the back of the Cave of Disappointment. And we get Gan's Tower small key. Very different from the big key. This was a lot of checks done in just 11 minutes here, but all that we've really come up with are a hammer and a pair of flippers. I believe Danny Music is the first to follow this connector through, so we'll see what's down here in Spiral Cave and where this leads. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone come out on the mountain before long. Well, Danny Music is currently on the mountain now. And there's another connector. They've got 2 more entrances to check. Wonder if we're going to see another dungeon up here. Oh, that's a bow. That's a bow under the bridge for Plasma Kappa. And they already have the Eastern Palace big key, so once they find Eastern Palace, that's a clear. So we found Hookshot Cave. And unfortunately, that is a useless exit. So Plasma Kappa did know where Eastern Palace was. They just have not been through yet. So they'll get their blue cane, and then they'll also be able to get the big chest, and they'll be able to clear the Armos Knight and get their first dungeon. However, they don't have the map, so it's a question of, is it a crystal or is it a pendant? But at this point, a clear is clear. You got a 70% chance of getting a crystal. I guess we haven't actually seen South Shore. We just saw the fortune teller shop and over to the east, over to Eastern Palace. We have not. Yeah, I don't think we've seen the dam entrance either. Now we got to detour over to the potion shop here. What's in the potion shop? A desert palace is really nice to find this early. That's another two entrances and a few more item locations. Unfortunately, a red rupee is not actually the greatest item. Though I think at this point they take 300 just for Zora. Day Music's going to go ahead and take the Death Warp to quickly get back to where they were. 10 arrows on the torch, so we still don't need the boots yet. That's good knowledge to have. AS answering chat. Clearable Eastern Palace in 14 minutes. The bow was under the bridge, and the Eastern Palace big key. Oh, we found Ganon. The Eastern Palace big key was over the chest just under Uncle, which Danny Music has not gotten their bow yet. So big key just locking 3 bombs, so that's good news for Danny. Okay, Danny Music has full cleared everything they could in Eastern Palace without the big key and without the bow. Flipperless Houlihan is not on the table since they both got him relatively early from the uncle. And the sanctuary location is inside of Kakariko. So Danny's just gotten the news that you don't need to kill Aga to go down the tree, and Plasma Kappa is about to take on the Armos Knights. Well, those are some gloves. That's nice. And can we call that vanilla? Like vanilla pendant and not... You know what? Good enough. Vanilla. So that glove is either lamp locked or fire rod locked, due to the torches that are available just from the left and right of the one required entrance. Well, that's Ganon's tower. And that's a hook shot and a bombos. That's a lot of potential logic information. Because I am mistaken, its own, it does specifically require the lamp in cross keys. There's no fire rod logic in cross keys. So that means that that glove was locked behind specifically the lamp. So unless the second set of gloves is somewhere, this Ganon's tower is locked behind the lamp, which means the hook shot's locked behind the lamp. This could cause some logic chains here. And it looks like Danny is going to get their bow, and that's probably going to send them over to Eastern. Oh, and there was a second glove in Ganon's tower, so that means that that means the glove is hard locked by that lamp. Looks like if you really want the lamp, which may be your first fire source, you can cross off quite a few locations there. Because it won't be locked behind any glove locations, won't be locked behind the hook shot. That's a decent chunk to cut out right there. And since it's cross keys, that's... Oh, there's a fire rod. So it's not even a... it's not even a fire rod locked lamp. It's a lamp locked fire rod. So Danny Music is currently um, retracing Plasma Kappa steps through Thieves Town, and we're about to get Ice Armos. Not quite the quick kill, but definitely got him down. And there's the Moon Pearl, so that means the Moon Pearl's locked behind the lamp, too. The amount of this seed that's looking lamp locked. The question is, where would be the lamp that would logically unlock everything? And then Hyrule Castle's over here too, so that's a few more entrances and a few more items. This area is kind of stacked. Also, there's that 300 rupees for Zora. So, Danny Music is in the back of Hyrule Castle right now, trying to go to Dark Cross, it looks like. Alright. Plasma making their way down to Zelda Cell. Danny Music is just a couple rooms behind, about to do the same thing. A flute! Well, that's a thing. And we did get the Hyrule small key earlier, so that means that all of this is in logic. So that flute can take us up the mountain. Alright, Plasma Cap is on their way to the back. If they need it, they have that fire rod to make going back here a lot easier of a time than Danny had earlier. On that left entrance leads over to the Bonk Rocks by Link's house. And just 20 rupees on Dark Cross, so nothing there. If that gets skipped by Danny Music, that is not a problem. And we got simultaneous ducks. Well, it looks like Danny Music has other plans right now. And that is Palace of Darkness. We've got two small keys and no big keys for Pod right now, so with it being so close to a flute spot, just a flute to wanting you right there, I wonder if we're going to see some key scamming. Also, both runners saw this Turtle Rock early. So, what's been sitting here this whole time? Well, there's the big key to Turtle Rock. It almost feels like any dungeon Danny Music enters, we're going to find the big key to it on Plasma Kappa's side, because that is the second time that's happened this seed. Without the red cane, I believe this is the last check that Danny can do, and it's another small key to Palace of Darkness. Oh, not a whole lot over here in the palace yet. Oh, just barely beating that explosion timer to get in. Stun prize looks to be 5 arrows, so not the best right now. And with the health situation, until that fairy showed up, hammering up wouldn't have really been an option. Although, without any extra keys, that's probably going to be their last check in here. Yeah, Pals is not really giving up a whole lot of goods. Now, Danny Music does have one extra key, and it looks like they're just going to burn that extra key right here. Just for 20 more rupees. Unfortunately, that's a bit of a bust. We got 20 rupees, one more check. This Dark Maze is no joke navigating, especially on one heart. Did they miss that last chest, or did I miss them getting it? Okay, so chat confirming he did leave it behind there. So the mushroom did get turned in, so Plasma Kappa will not have fake powder for Magic Bat as an option. Now Danny's up here exploring the mountain, and this is the back end of Skull Woods. So there's one check they can get here real quick. Just a heart container. And Plasma Kappa's made their way over to the Dark World, and they have that sequence broken Moon Pearl. Now, if a runner's not as well versed in cross keys as they are in like your regular open or standard, there's a few caves that you may need to traverse that you don't usually traverse, just due to never entering those caves in regular seed. So, Lamp does hold a bit more value in this mode if you're not as familiar with those couple of caves. However, that just happened to be Old Man Cave, so what has he got? More bombs. We got another small key to Ganon's tower. Not able to traverse any further into Turtle Rock because of the lack of a red cane. That being said, Plasma Kappa didn't check the rest of it that Danny Music did earlier from the other side, so they'll be getting those checks. And there's a small key to Turtle Rock. Not required to check what they have access to with the items they have, but that's definitely useful later. We're getting some hearts now. And there's that small key to Palace of Darkness. And Danny Music's got some money. We may see. At this point, I'm thinking the lamp has to be at Zora. Plasma's going to go ahead and check the curiosity shop here. More fairies, but you'll take the full health for the moment. There's a small key on the ledge for Zora. And we've got... Oh, it's just a map. And another Turtle Rock small key, which still doesn't get us anything more. I don't think anyone has checked Agina's location. So that's another Sphere Zero that can be checked, and can be checked a bit easier with the flute that they have. That's a decent entrance to find, leading up over onto East Dark Death Mountain. So Plasma Cap is going to find out what's on Catfish, and Danny... Well, there is 20 rupees on the desert ledge, so I doubt we'll be making a trip over to that item. And there's the Pyramid Fairy. Plasma Kappa got a small key to Turtle Rock, and Danny got a heart container. Oh, we got Laser Bridge over here by the Desert Ferry. And with the blue cane, that's an in-logic mirror. And there's the lamp. So we got mirror, we got lamp. The lamp puts Eastern Palace into logic, which then puts all of Plasma Kappa stuff into logic. And with that mirror, it would really make navigation a lot easier. However, that mirror also puts um, puts bunny travel mirror logic into play for Danny Music, so it still might be a while until they hit Eastern Palace. There is one other thing though. We're 40 minutes in. We still don't have a sword. Hammer and bow are still, oh, and fire rod are still decent weapons, but it feels wrong to not have a sword 40 minutes in. And Danny Music has found Sahasra Hasrala, but unfortunately they do not have that green pendant. But now they do know. They know that Eastern is the green pendant, which might put them further away from it. Oh no! And with that mirror, that puts a lot more Death Mountain into logic for Danny Music as well. Hey, there's our other fairy. And a big key to Meyer. So the reason for the large item disparity here is Danny Music went into Eastern Palace without the big key or the bow. And when Plasma Kappa went in, they had the big key and the bow, so they were able to get the gloves off of Armos, which were required to get into uh, the Gans Tower location over on South Shore under that rock, which then had the mitts, the fire rod, the hook shot, the moon pearl. It had it all. So let's see what's over here in the Hookshot Cave. That's 10 arrows. Eh. Oh, hey, there's that first sword. and a heart container. But that first sword. All right, what's over here on the left side of Desert Palace? Oh, right. And Danny, unbeknownst to them, does not want to see that because now that is potential bunny shenanigans. Hey, another Palace of Darkness small key. So, Lamp was on Turtle Rock Laser Bridge along with the mirror over at the Desert Ferry. So, without the mirror, without the lamp, there may be some issues with dark rooms for Plasma Kappa, but that's a question. Without the mirror, there's a couple of things they can access, but not like there's a couple locations. They may be able to do the seed without either of those. Danny getting another small key to Ganon's tower. Oh, that's Paradox Cave. But that's the wrong side of Paradox Cave without the mirror. And how many digs are we going to take? 6, 7. 10 digs for a red cane. Huh. That's a pretty good find, actually. So, depending on if Turtle Rock is a crystal or a pendant, there's a possibility that Plasma Kappa may be in dungeon and go mode. minus a sword. Oh, Turtle Rock is a crystal. Then they do need the ice rod. Now with the mirror, Danny Music can check this location and can get what's on the ledge. I forget if we've seen what's here. Oh, that's the first bottle. And of course, Kappa managed to find the connector that went there anyways. And we got King's Tomb over here. So Danny's going to go ahead and try to set up a glitch here where if you hit mirror as you transition into a building, then you get the Super Bunny state and you can go ahead and open the chest anyways. Timing can be slightly annoying to pull off, but it is so much better than the alternative of trying to get hit by an enemy as you go in to trigger that. So Danny's in the Eastern Palace. They're going to get their glove before long. I wonder how they're going to feel about that, because if they realize how readily available this was, that's going to be a feels bad. Meanwhile, Plasma Kappa is living up to their team name, Tile Roomies in the Tile Room. Now, they're currently one GT small key short for when they find the big key if they decide to go up the tower. But they will be able to get these last few items here in the basement, minus the big chest. That's another pod small key. That's 5. Oh wait, I'm mistaken on the small keys. They can grab this one, and then they'll have the one with the mini Helmosaur, so they actually don't need any more small keys. And there's the green pennant for Danny Music, who does know where Sahasrara is. It looks like Danny's going to go ahead and do some more mirror checks here. Little do they know, this whole thing opens up when they go over to the Lake Hylia, uh, the flute to 8. We got a small key to Ice Palace. We got a big key to Palace of Darkness. That's a good big key to find. Maybe. Alright, up there on top of the ledge there, that's nice. That's nice to get to, mirror to, and cross that off your list. That's Tower of Hera, and we know that is a 5-6 crystal, so that is definitely a good find. Wait, Danny Music doesn't have any keys for this. They can't get up because they don't have the hook shot for the Hera pot, and they don't have any keys to get further. And there's Swamp Palace, and I don't believe anyone's found the dam yet. We got another small key to Ganon's Tower, so for Plasma Kappa, that'll mean they don't have to kill that mini Helma if they have to go up Ganon's Tower. And oh, we got Spike Cave. Fortunately, it's just bombs, and we now know Turtle Rock and Tower of Hera are the 5-6 crystals. So there definitely may be a fire rod, or sorry, an ice rod hunt at some point. And that's the back to desert, but we still don't have the desert big key. Alright, Danny has found Ganon's Tower. Unfortunately, they went down the left side instead of Hope Room first, so that means they're going to bomb jump across here when the hook shot is just to the right. What's inside the Vanilla Palace Darkness location? Well, this is Agina's cave. Fortunately, not much there. Plasma Kappa is checking the Mire area. If if they checked the Desert Fairy first, they would have had the mirror and been able to do the mirror checks. I believe that was Ether for Mire. Not that matters because we have all the medallions. Though that book will matter. That book will let them check the check what the tablets are, as well as the front door for Desert Palace, as well as the pet. Now, I believe Plasma Kappa does know where the bottom, where this entrance down here goes, because they came in from this entrance earlier. Small key to Skull Woods, big key to Skull Woods. So we've... Oh, there's another small key to Skull Woods, and there's the boots. And then the last part for Paradox Cave, up here, they will be unable to check the center entrance because they don't have a Master Sword or a cape, but there's the dam. So that's going to be another check with a flute to 7, and that's also access to... Not quite access to the Swamp Palace, because they still don't have a small key to get past the front door. Now, Danny Music might be able to make a few more efficient checks, because they now have full Dark World access with the mirror. And here's Spike Cave for Plasma Kappa. We saw this a bit earlier from Danny. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a potion and dash back out. Yeah, getting that spin speed off, or the hook speed. And we got the lamp and the mirror for Plasma Kappa. So everything's in logic now. Now, I believe they've already They already checked the roller room. So the only thing left for them to check would be up front. So in theory, they could go to the laser wall and backtrack and then check those remaining checks there. But it looks like we're going to get the upper desert checks. I don't believe we've seen what lies behind the vanilla entrance to Ice Palace. Well, there's the archery game. But one of the scary things right now is we've somehow managed to get over an hour in with only one fetch quest. We don't have the powder. We don't have the shovel. We just got the mushroom. I guess you could consider the book a fetch quest at this point. Alright, with the mirror, we don't even have to read the book to get into the front of desert. And that would be the exit to Spectacle Rock Cave. So, Plasma's actually seen all three of those entrances now, and they saw the inside was just a big 20. There's the key ring to Skull Woods for Danny Music. This is one nice thing you can rely on for cross keys. While the back of Skull Woods may be shuffled around, the front of it's shuffled within itself. So out in the world, a random drop and a random door is not going to be Skull Woods except for the back. So unfortunately, we had an issue. The tracker app has crashed. Okay, so that's a nice little trick there. When you bonk, it can get you a little extra distance from that bomb jump. So Plasma might have been okay, but that just guaranteed it. And there's the Master Sword. So they can check behind... And the Tempered Sword. So that... Oh, and... It's kind of appropriate that you need the Fire Rod to get to, to get to Ice Palace. So one chest that's skipped, I know in some variations, that chest that was skipped in Skull Woods has to be a small key to prevent soft locks. So they may be thinking that falls under that logic. And as long as they have one small key, they can get through the front door in the back of Skull Woods, and then there's another small key on a Gibdo back there, so they just need to have one to get to the back. Oh wait, that's a big key of Swamp Palace. Oh, this is a new place. We got another bottle and a small key to Palace of Darkness for Kappa. Oh, the Tower of Hera big key was also there. Well, we got hook shot to bypass the big key requirement to get to the boss, but it will allow checking of the big chest. And then we got the Thieves Town big key over in Ice Palace. We're getting an awful lot all at once now. So we haven't seen a lot of useful maps. However, we have enough information to know that we're on an ice rod hunt. So, in a way, it almost doesn't matter unless your ice rod is in a crystal dungeon. I don't believe we have an Ice Palace big key. So it's time to go straight down into Cold Stare. Also, considering how close the Smith is to a flute spot, this is one heck of a journey. We're going mountain climbing, swamp boating. And Plasma swinging wildly with that fire rod. Just no regard for Cold Stare safety. And there's the small key for Desert Palace, so that's 2 more item checks. On that green pin, it was just 10 arrows. Head is just pocket change. Now we're going to head back here to the back of Skull Woods. While Danny Music is going to check what is over here. We already knew it. Well, Plasma Cap already knew what was there. Got another big key. Ice Palace. Oh. Big key to Ice Palace where he just left from, and it's a pendant. The only way that wasn't a waste of time, unfortunately, is if Ice Rod is sitting over there in the big chest of Ice Palace. And even then, I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to check that for a while. Piece of heart. We're up to 13 hearts, but we're still on green mail. Now, Danny's back here in Skull Woods. They don't have the red cane. Floating Islands, just a big 20. That's good to know. And Turtle Rock, Bombos to get in. So Quake was the useless medallion. Alright, and it looks like Plasma's going to go ahead and check what rest of what's on this mountain while Danny's going into the Ice Palace. Oh, and there was a small key to Thieves Town. Now, without that red cane, Danny's going to have to go through Ice Palace the normal way. Alright, and here's that Saha check. Alright, what's next here? Now Danny's got their big key to Thieves Town. And it looks like Plasma's going to go ahead and do their Smith checks. Plasma Kappa's got everything they need for Meyer, except I forget if they have the big key. They definitely got a cape. And Danny's going to get the news that that pedestal is not required. Oh, we got powder over here in over in Meyer. Wonder if that's going to pay out with something important. Oh, basement of Meyer is definitely a place where you're kind of happy to have the lamp. Even if you know how to do it in the dark, the lamp just makes it so much better. We're down to one more item in Misery Mire. We are down to 3 more items over in Thieves Town. And that's just a map of Skull Woods. That's a small key at Castle Tower. That means we can get both items in Aga Tower. Hey, Meyer was a crystal. We are still missing one pendant, though. And that's a map to Ice Palace, which we already know what that is, and that's another crystal. And Sick Kid, oh, that's Sick Kid playing with knives. That is a golden sword. So we've found the dam, which means Swamp Palace is clearable. We have the keys for Thieves Town. I don't think we have the keys to Pod, but we can sequence break that. Desert Palace we need the key for, and Turtle Rock we need the Ice Rod for. So we need... So in Plasma Kappa's case, they need one key and an Ice Rod for Go mode. Oh, and the Swamp Small Key. The thing we all take for granted when we're not playing Key Sanity. There's a Turtle Rock key. Right, 10 arrows from the big chest there. Not too much of a problem. And what was missed earlier? Just a piece of heart. So it looks like Plasma's going to go ahead and make that climb up the tower. Up the Tower of Hera. Yeah, another tile room for Plasma Kappa. They should be right at home. Another small key for Meyer. Unfortunately, that's not very helpful right now. Unfortunately, nothing on Helmosaur for Danny. Oh, meanwhile, Plasma Kappa taking a fall on Moldorm. There it is, a slash and a spin. Moldorm is down, and we get another red rupee. So there is that big key Ice Palace for Danny. So we got a couple rough locations to get back to. If they ever find the big key to Tower of Hera, then that'll be rough to get back to. We have the big key to Ice Palace. That would be kind of rough to get back to. Just a single arrow for that mushroom. That's a bit rude. I forget if we've seen the castle tower yet. I also don't think anyone's checked Pyramid Ledge of all things. Oh, we found the good entrance to Ice Rod Cave. What is this seed? Do we just call that frozen vanilla? Because it was in its vanilla location. Its location wasn't vanilla, but it's... yeah, it's vanilla ice cream. That's what we're calling it. Oh, right. There was this small key on this island the whole time. That's the small key to Swamp Palace. So, yeah, Plasma Kappa is just a Desert Palace Big Key for Go mode, and it could be on the right side of Desert Palace. Looks like Danny is about to get that ice rod. So what's kind of odd in this case is both runners are one from go. Like, both runners are just looking for that Desert Big Key at this point. Oh, I'm so used to the Key Sanity where you don't have to beat Ganon's tower. Okay, so that may be a thing too. Yeah, so Ganon is located in the useless fairy drop just to the right of Sanctuary. So yeah, we don't need that Ganon's Tower Big Key. Well, that's silver arrows. So we got one runner over here in Swamp Palace, one Danny Music. We've got one runner over here on Trinex, that being a Plasma Kappa. That is a very quick net kill for Trinex. Who's going to find this big key first? That's a shovel. That's not a key, that's a shovel. There's the other castle tower key. We finally got armor. We got all the armor. So, since we're looking for the boss of a desert palace, can't we just shovel our way into the room? Okay, that key was just a tease. I believe that's all the Ganon's tower keys for both runners. This seat is going for a ride. So let's see, we still have left side swamp. What else is left besides the climb and the Ganon's Tower big chest? Well, ice big chest, yes. There's something else. There's something else in my mind, and it poofed. But Plasma Kappa is now over here in the Ice Palace, or in the Swamp Palace. And there's also Shovel. And yes, we do have the pyramid fairy spot, and we have seen the bombsmith. I forget exactly where it was, but I know we've seen it. I forget if we've seen the pyramid ledge too, so that could also be a thing. Alright, I don't think we've seen what the entrance is in the center top of Hyrule Castle. And Argus, take two! In the meantime, Danny is going to go down here into Misery Mire. The Red Cane was in the dig game. So Plasma Kappa still has Palace of Darkness that they can finish. And that certainly is a mirror spot. Is this actually going to be a Ganon's Tower climb for the desert big key? Oh boy, we got a GT climb. So these silvers might help a little bit. Probably nothing noticeably. Also of note, the Ganon's Tower big chest was skipped. but this is easy enough to get back to. So this is a density play here. We've got 2 chests in Mini Moldorm Room, 1 chest in the pre-Moldorm Room, 1 chest for Moldorm's Last Possessions, and 5 checks in the Kakariko Well that this is blocking. Now, Silver's does help with Vitreous over there a bit. I have a feeling Danny is going to exhaust every option before making that climb. And it may pay off. Because there is still the Ice Palace big chest looming. There's a piece of heart. There's a second shield. There's a blue rupee. Yeah, we did see 1 shield earlier that was left behind, so that's all 3 shields. And there's 300. If it's not in the well, I think Plasma Kappa's probably not going to be feeling so good. And that is an Aga 2 down. And we'll get to see what's in this well. We got some bombs. We got some arrows. We got a map. We got a dead Tronix, and there's the key to desert. Now we're able to get right over here to the back of desert. The question is just going to be, what's the weapon of choice? The fire rod or the silver arrows? I'm personally fond of the fire rod for the land molars, but that's because I can't aim silver arrows on the land molars for anything. Whereas Plasma Kappa could just one and done them. And off to a slightly awkward flu spot. Flew over to 2, hop in the water, jump out of water, and go under the bush. Here's Ganon. Oh, we're getting a magic bat check. Got the map to Eastern, but we knew about that a while ago. So, Ganon, with the gold sword, with the silver arrows, 6 slashes phase 1, 6 slashes phase 2, 4 slashes phase 3, 4 silvers phase 4, and it's going to be a done deal. As soon as Ganon stops teleporting. Oh, and unfortunately just a little too low, misses the shot and misses the chance for the torch glitch. But with the kit they have, it's not going to be any problem. And with that, Plasma Kappa takes the win. And I will need one moment to find the racetime.gg time for that because I didn't have that up. But we do have Plasma Kappa in the room with us. GG's.
GG.
Oh, so what did you think of that?
Well, that was a very interesting slew of gloves and pearl.
Yeah, that was a load of Ganon's tower.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I've skipped the lane. I've clearly just missed the well on one of the many drop downs, so we'll do some other things first. Because it turns out it's also hiding the mirror, which I could have used to get the boots early, so that was a potential sore spot.
Yeah, unfortunately for your opponent Danny, when it took them a little while before they did their flipper checks and before they checked under the bridge. They didn't have that bow for a while, so that was a fairly lengthy time you had there with the hook shot and the mitts and the and not the mirror. Yeah, the mitts and the hook shot and the moon pearl.
Oh yeah. You can see, it's like, oh, It's early Eastern. Even have the big key, but you know, I still have enough checks to do, and then I can immediately get a bow. But if you just come in there a bit earlier, it's like, oh, just do Eastern. And no one wants to swim to Hobo.
Yeah, but that meant you got to single. You got the single dip Eastern, where Danny had to come back later because they did everything they could without that big key or the bow on their first trip.
Yeah. I was feeling quite fortunate, and then a bit less fortunate with the boots, but then just clearing up a bunch of checks on the way to Meyer and Thieves Town puts me Desert Big from go. It's like, I just clear dungeons until I find GT Big. Because, you know, 9 items, I can skip left side swamp with that. Without GT Big, I probably would have done left side swamp.
Went for the density play.
Yeah.
It worked out. Yeah. There were several locations skipped there, like Ice Palace big chest. That was an option, though not when you initially went there, because I don't think you got the big key until later.
Nope.
Yeah, that left side swamp. There were 3 checks left in Palace of Darkness. You got to skip quite a few locations that ended up not turning up anything.
Yeah. Shovel the Seer one, Spiral Cave. I did do Zor though. Just in case. Because I had a spawn point right next to it.
Yeah, I was suspecting there could have been a lamp on Zor for a while there, just due to Crosskeys not having Fire Rod logic. The big question for a bit was, how are we supposed to get the gloves that just unlock everything?
Yeah. And the only thing restraining me from that is the lamp, so I'm not too incentivized to go back and fill it in, and I haven't done the drop downs yet. So, took a little bit to get the mirror along with it.
So, how did it feel to manage to get silvers and gold swords before that climb, though?
Hey, it's fine, yeah. Nice having a non-spoiler mode climb. Brain off, let the muscle memory actually do things.
We know a lot of people can do the Master Sword Silver list, but it just feels that much nicer when you have it.
Yeah. Still messed up a bit anyway, but it's fine. It's nothing going to go disastrously wrong there, it's just going to cost a little bit. Could burn a lot, but didn't this time.
So I believe that puts you your team up to 7 wins so far. So that's currently a 3-way tie for third for the division. How are you feeling going forward?
Well, our last match is co-op Randomizer versus Vedrana Drifters. It's a very good team, and most of the teams tied with us have not played all their matches yet, so it's a little worrying, but this is a hand that's been dealt.
Well, you're not out of it yet, that's for sure.
Yes, true. It's a disadvantaged, but hopeful at the moment. Hey, at least it's for 5th rather than 8th.
So with next week being co-op Randomizer, how you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good mode. Everyone loves Randomizer. Should appreciate the varied situations I'll be forced to suddenly contend with. I like it, but I'll play anything. So I'm probably a bad judge.
Oh wow, we got a nice Agatu from Danny. Got the double triple for him.
Oh, nice.
So is there anything that you would change with how you played your seed, or you think you did about as well as could be with what this thing dealt you?
I mean, it's fine. Maybe not randomly spiral out of control in Hyrule Castle, but there's always a ton of minor mistakes everywhere.
It's a randomizer. It's not like you can practice the seed over and over.
No, no. Imagine there would be some questions if one were to do that. Yeah, everything mostly worked out. Even playing a little safer than usual. But yeah, pretty happy with that.
Now, I do have one other question though. Neither one of you had activated the big bomb and checked what's behind there. Were you tracking like each entrance that could have an item, or was that just also part of that same density play?
No, I was tracking the caves. I've never seen Blind's Hut, so that was going to come up next on the menu.
Yeah, I believe Danny actually had found Blind's Hut, and it had the two other big keys. Yeah, confirming that Hera and Swamp big keys were in there.
Yeah, well, that must
But
be...
it wasn't the bomb spot.
Yeah, must be over the Vanilla Agate Tower, because that's the other entrance I have left. In fact, I was probably going to do that right at the well. It wasn't go mode.
I believe it was up on Death Mountain. I think it might have been Tower of Hera.
No. I believe that was a waterfall fairy. But I don't know. Maybe.
I know it wasn't Agate Tower, and it wasn't the Pyramid Fairy.
Nope. Mysteries.
Mysteries that don't need to be solved.
Yep.
So, you have any other thoughts you want to share on this seed?
Not particularly.
Alright. Well, Danny just got their last crystal, so they are about to head over to Ganon as well. Honestly, that was probably one of the best Sank spots you can see, just right over there in Kakariko.
Definitely.
And here we are.
Where got Danny dropping in for his Ganon fight, and as someone who has played Kirby in the Forgotten Land, hearing that, just, oh no. But here we are quickly into Phase 3 of Ganon. Oh, once again, we had the 6 slashes for phase 1, the 6 slashes for phase 2. 3 out of the 4 for phase 3, and now Ganon is once again going to teleport everywhere. They're going to hit that first arrow, just barely miss the torch glitch, but I don't believe we need it for this fight. Just barely getting a slash to get the 4th arrow before the torch went out. GG to Danny.
GG. I'll head out now. Thank you all for the apparently somewhat impromptu production.
Well, thank you for putting on a show for us.
Yep. Always.
And don't forget, give a follow to our runners, Danny Music and Plasma Kappa. Yeah, SerioX, tracking for a bit until internet caused problems. And me, DarkShadows59, your commentator. And then let's see, do we have another race going? We most probably do.